The cup. The circular candy form is like no other. Two flat surfaces, one slightly larger than the other, and in between a slanted and often ridged ring. Delicious chocolate on the outside and varied centers within. The first candy cup was made in Altoona, Pennsylvania in the 1930s by the Boyer Candy Company. That was the Mallow Cup. In the near century since, the Mallow Cup has been surpassed in fame by those whom it inspired. Today, Mallow rises from the ashes in an attempt to reclaim the very throne it built. Three cups enter, one cup leaves. It's the cup showdown. You tried it. I'm Nick Novak with my pals Chad Hancock,
Cup. Who's got the cup?
Nick Geiger,
What's cup?
and here we are. This is You Tried Dat, your favorite food podcast. And so we, full disclosure, as you probably know from listening, we record this usually 3 to 4 weeks ahead. So at this point, you might be forced to be in your house. And what better thing to be doing than listening to us talk about snacks?
That's right.
Yep.
We are your saviors from the pending apocalypse.
But we look to the United States and the world right now, and it ain't exactly Mai Tais and Yahtzee. But
that's correct. It is not.
we will try to help you get through, maybe have a few laughs. Now, we talked beforehand. We were talking before we came on. This is another look behind the curtain about our favorite Con Airlines.
So Con Air, famous movie about a bunch of it's like a prison plane that crashes after it gets taken over by convicts, and but one man, Nicolas Cage, is actually a good person stuck with a bunch of cons. That is not in any way a good plot synopsis, but that is maybe the one plot beat that makes some sort of sense.
And John Malkovich plays the famous character Cyrus the Virus.
That's correct.
Who was nature's inspiration for our current predicament.
Right.
So, how have you guys been dealing with things? Chad, you said you've had a couple of interesting happenings.
Yeah, well, actually, today, the day that we're recording this is March 16th, and they just announced earlier today that the whole San Francisco Bay Area actually is going to be not like a full lockdown, but it's like a kind of a self quarantine sort of thing. So everybody's supposed to stay at home, except if you go out for like essential business and stuff like that. So it's been pretty interesting. But on the plus side, I've been getting to spend sort of like a lot of time with my daughter because I don't have to work because I got to take care of her. So it's sort of a nice get out of work free card for the next couple weeks. So there's that to look forward to. But other than that, there's some kind of like, I don't know, there's just sort of like a lot of strange, online discourse that I noticed. So one thing that particularly jumped out at me, we had an episode like a couple weeks back where we talked about Weird Al Yankovic, right? And we tried the Twinkie Wiener sandwich. And I was looking at his Twitter, and he actually like had a tweet from like a week or two ago where he had to reply to people because so many people were asking him about this. And the tweet was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to make a parody called, quote, My Corona. Which was, I guess, people were asking him to make a My Sharona parody song.
I mean, people turn to their leaders in times of crisis, and
right. That's kind of funny. And there was like one funny reply underneath it that was like, "Yeah, but how about get out of my dreams and into my SARS?" That kind of made me laugh. But it's just like, what is this world that Weird Al has to actually entertain these people about this?
CNN, just an official statement from Weird Al Yankovic.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of like a dumb, like stubborn guy when it comes to like medical stuff, or like if I'm sick, I'm like, fuck it, I'm not going to the doctor, I just have a cold. What are they going to do? Tell me I have a cold? Like, my foot's sore, I'm not going to go get it looked at because whatever, I got another foot. Like I'm kind of like, in a way that I wouldn't advise anyone I cared about. Just like, go to the doctor. I want to make sure you're okay. For myself, I'm not that way. It's just, and I realize it's dumb. But like even now, like with this whole thing, I will admit, and this is not me making a joke, like it's kind of eerie the way the world has stopped, and it is kind of scary. Like I know that it's not, there's a low chance of someone in my general health and age demographic of necessarily of passing away, but it's still kind of just a weird thing. Like go to the store and there's like a, just everything bought for no fucking reason. Like I went to Jewel the other day because we needed a few things. All the produce section was like depleted, completely
Right.
depleted. All the bread was gone, and then all the toilet paper and clean. So like people are just gonna sit there home, eat carrot sandwiches, and shit themselves. Apparently, it's all they're gonna it's gonna happen. Like, but I don't know. The whole thing is very strange. Like just being cut off from any human contact other than my family. I am also my office is shut down pretty much. They didn't shut it down. They told us we could. They strongly advise us not to come in. So it's just like I don't have a great home set up. So it's just this weird thing of really not seeing anyone but the people in my house for conceivably the next like month. It's just strange. And you guys, of course, over Skype. But
Yeah, I feel like when this is all over, there's going to be like either a lot of divorces and or a lot of babies.
A
yeah.
ton of kids. I was thinking about that there'd be a lot of kids
Mm,
born 9 months from now,
yeah, named
like
Corona.
around the same time, all named Corona, all named Cyrus the Virus.
Cyrus and Corona. My my wife said she saw some article that Pornhub is giving out free premium subscriptions to everyone in Italy because apparently they're all under quarantine. So it's like, here's all the premium porn content for free. Well, it's a nice
Right.
gesture. They're doing what they can.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a story that webcam like sex cam girls, the
Mm-hmm.
business was booming, and my friend sent me a link to that, and he's like, "Are you single handedly booming this business?" And I said, "Oh, single handedly, for sure. The other hand's occupied."
Uh-huh.
I've spent
Blasting everywhere.
a lot of the day on Pornhub just to see what they were gonna do for the planet. That's I was trying to figure out
Right.
what good they were providing society. It took me a while to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I was told by I thought I my by my boss and my family all wanted me to kind of provide a report on what kind of goods and services are available during this crisis, and so I, like you, spend a lot of time on porn websites, escort services, alcohol wholesalers, just doing a lot of research on what's available. I'll get to the other segments of life later, but that's where I started.
Sure.
We should compare notes, no?
I saw there was an article that said Italy, not sure where to begin navigating Pornhub subscriptions, and then underneath it said,
Yeah,
"Hold my beer," quote Nick Geiger.
yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, we're doing a work and trade. They're gonna mail me pizza and beer, and I'm gonna show them where to start at the internet of porn.
And Chad, you just got over a cold. Now that we had delayed the recording a few days because you were a bit sick, and
Yeah, I'm sure you can still hear it in my voice. Yeah.
I found this with allergies because I just have allergies this time of year. That when I'm at the store out in public, I'm just fighting against everything I can to hold in like the scratch at the back of my throat from coughing, just so people
Yeah.
won't run me out
Even
of
when I'm
town.
out like walking my dog, because I still have a little bit of a cough, still have just a slight stuffy nose. When I'm out walking my dog, it's just like every fiber of my being not to cough when I'm like anywhere near people. And I mean, maybe I should be doing that anyways, like just as a course of good manners. Like, hey, I'm not gonna give you my common cold or
Right.
whatever. But like, now it's like extra. Like I swear, it's just a normal cold.
As opposed to sneezing in the guy's shirt that you walk by as you used to do.
Yeah, well, normally what I do is I sneeze on them and then wipe my ass all over their face. That's my normal protocol of every person I pass on the street.
Well, you guys remember how I
But
sign my checks, so I've had to really curtail that.
yeah, I've been classing it up a little lately.
So hopefully you are safe, people listening, healthy, and that's everything is on the mend. And we are going to keep snacking our way through this bad situation because why not? We've loaded ourselves up with snacks. We're locked inside and we're hungry. So we're going to eat these cups. We've got a cup showdown. We rank the cups on a 5 point scale. I love that, like that, indifferent to that, dislike that, and hate that. I thought it would be good to start with the sunflower cups because it's maybe the most different, maybe one of the harder ones to call. So we've got the Trader Joe's dark chocolate sunflower seed butter cups. I've never had. I assume you guys may be the same. Have you ever had a sunflower seed cup before?
Absolutely not. No, so I'm kind of I don't know. I mean, sunflower seeds are good, right? But like sunflower seed butter, I'm not really sure what to expect. This could be outstanding, it could be terrible, or the center could be good, but the dark chocolate could sink it. I don't know.
Yes.
There's just infinite amount of possibilities here.
Chad, stop playing around. You're going to turf each one of these three things into the sun for being not a Reese's cup. We all know how this is going to happen. I think the sunflower seed could be good if the dark chocolate was more like a regular milk chocolate and the sunflower seed was instead Reese's peanut butter.
God, how dare you predict exactly what I'm going to say?
I I like sunflower seeds in general. I've never had like nut butter or any of those kind of things. Like, isn't sunflower seed something they make like a peanut butter alternative from? I've never had it, but
Yeah,
I
probably.
haven't seen that, but it
yeah.
might be.
Yeah, I've had like almond butter and I've had cashew butter, but
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
The dark chocolate is dark,
now this is shaped like it looks identical to a Reese's cup. Pretty
identical in
much.
size.
Mhm.
Yes.
You can definitely taste the sesame seeds, at least to me.
Sesame seeds.
Yeah, I don't taste any sesame
Or
seeds.
sunflower. I'm sorry, sunflower seeds.
You can definitely taste the chia seeds. What the fuck you
It
talking
tastes
about?
like a hamburger bun.
The only
You
thing
can
I
definitely
taste
taste
is the only seed I taste is mine that I spurted all over it after spending the day on Pornhub.
It's just it tastes a lot like Italian men's seed.
We were all waiting in line for that.
Let's all get at the starting line and race toward the cum joke.
And that's why we've been friends so long, because we all like to joke about coming.
Yes, quote unquote, joke about it.
The dark chocolate is pretty good. I actually don't like dark chocolate that much, at least compared to milk. The the butter, it looks exactly like peanut butter from the side. It's the same, pretty much the same color as like the Reese's peanut butter. And it is, fairly creamy. Consistency, I feel like, is similar to the Reese's cup consistency. Geiger, you're going to be up first. What do you think of the Trader Joe's dark chocolate sunflower seed cup?
Well, I am a fan of dark chocolate, which you guys know, and I think the dark chocolate is good. It's like creamy, and it's not so bitter you can't. It's like bad tasting. It's a very good dark chocolate, and there seems to be somewhat of a thick. It's not like a thin layer. It's a nice, decent layer around it. I like sunflower seeds. I also like sesame seeds, but that's not what we're talking about. I also like Chad seed, but that's also, well, temporarily not what we're talking about. I'm sure we'll come back to it at some point.
Look, we can still ship things. I can ship you some overnight, some of my seed.
Next week on You Tried Dat. All right, so I had
Just
to go
straight up in a FedEx box.
I had to go to Novak's house and share with him some of this bottle of Chad seed. All right, moving on.
It's social distancing. It's what you got to do.
Right.
You gotta mail each other seed now.
Yeah. But I'm really glad. I feel real great for the mailman or FedEx guy who not only has to work out there and not avoid germs, but also to do it while delivering bottles of semen. What I like about like Reese's cups and stuff is the peanut butter is a
Bottles?
little salty.
You gotta
What?
fill the bottle?
Yeah, Jan's. We're gonna share with each other. I can't just have a drop. I need that seed. Baby. What if I don't know what it tastes like on first glance and I have to, or first taste, and I have to keep trying it?
Well, you don't understand, Novak. I'm stuck at home, so I have had tons of time to build up this bottle, and it took me a good 20 minutes. So there you go.
Right. Multiple viewings of Con Air. Finally got there.
Just every time he says, "Put the bunny back in the box," that's another quart coming out of me.
A quart?
You're jizzing into a box now?
The volume increasing with each time we talk about it.
All right, so I got a kiddie pool, right? And I went in the backyard. Wait, what? All right, fuck this fucking review. No, I like the dark chocolate. I think the butter inside is not peanut butter, and so my brain keeps thinking I'm going to taste peanut butter, even though I know I won't. But I do like it. I like that it's kind of salty. So I'm gonna. I obviously this is not as it's not what we all know and love, but I think it's good. I'm gonna give it a solid like that. I like this piece of candy.
Like that to start. Chad, do you agree?
I think so. This is a little tough. It's kind of dry. Am I crazy in thinking that?
No.
I think that's probably the sunflower seed is just probably sunflower seed butter is just maybe a little drier than peanut butter, but I'm pretty pleasantly surprised actually. The dark chocolate is not too dark. It's got a good flavor. Right. The consistency is all right. If I woke up tomorrow morning and I was suddenly allergic to peanuts and I didn't kill myself, then I could eat this and like kind of remember what life was like when I could eat Reese's Cups. You know what I mean? Like it's an okay approximation. I'm sort of torn between indifferent and like, just because it is a little sort of drier than I would like, but I think it is good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and give it that like that.
2 likes. Now, Chad, if you had to be stricken down with a food allergy, would peanuts be worse than, say? I mean, obviously gluten is maybe worse because it's in a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
But how would you compare like a gluten, a peanut, or like a dairy? Would peanut be harder for you than a dairy?
I've actually thought about this a lot because we've been doing all kinds of allergen testing, you know, over the course of the last 6 months or so with my daughter. And we sort of like stack ranked them about like the order we wanted to try them. Like, okay, which ones do we care about the most? You know? And it was definitely between like eggs, dairy, and gluten were kind of like the top three. It's going to be somewhere in there because the dairy, I mean, I drink like over a gallon of milk a week, so that would be like really brutal for me. But I think the worst would be eggs because eggs are in so much stuff, you know, like breads, but also eggs and also cake. So
wait. There's eggs in eggs?
Believe it or not, scrambled eggs, number one ingredient, eggs, not scrambled.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Learn something
I've
new
been
every day.
using the wrong recipe this whole time.
Number 2 ingredient, Italian man seed. So it's yeah, I think probably eggs would be the worst, but peanuts would be bad. It's right. It's maybe number 4.
Peanuts would be bad because I love peanut butter, but I'm telling you from experience, like you said, eggs are in everything. Fucking gluten is in everything too.
Yeah,
like,
gluten's in everything too.
Throw out any pizza, mac and cheese, pasta, you know, like sandwiches, French toast,
well, they do have
pancakes.
all those gluten-free pastas, which I know are not like nearly as good, but
right.
I would actually say pasta is one of the few things that they haven't made a good semblance of. Like you can bury it in like a lasagna because there's so much other shit on top of it that it will get moist. But like just straight up pasta is just the consistency gets real weird. It's either chewy or it's all sloppy. Like other things like bread, and they've found approximations like pretzels and other snacks. But to me, pasta is the one thing that they haven't done a great job replicating.
Soy would be really hard for me too because we eat a ton of Asian food in my house.
So the reason I ask is that on the side of this, gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, tree nut-free, peanut-free, if I had any of these, any reason that I couldn't eat a Reese's Cup, I think this would be a nice alternative. I could definitely, if I went a long time without eating a regular peanut butter cup, I think I could really develop a like for this. So there's a knock at the door. It's Trader Joe. He's got a bottle of his seed, and I'm gonna let him in.
Is that what he's trading me?
He trades all kinds of things. He doesn't just deal on seed. So that's what he's bringing this time. and I'm letting him in. He's a welcome visitor. Come on in. Bring your bottle of seed. So 3 likes for the dark chocolate sunflower, and I wasn't. I don't think I was. I would have predicted that to be the case. So a good
No,
start.
for sure.
Let's move to the originator, the Mallow Cup. Now, I didn't know Mallow Cup was the first candy cup until I did the little research for the episode. I'm a little confused because Mallow Cup makes me think there's marshmallow in it,
Right.
and it says whipped cream center underneath where it says Mallow Cup. So I'm not totally sure what
Yeah.
we're eating.
It's probably an approximation of marshmallow.
This one also the same shape as a Reese's cup with the ridges, but a little bit smaller in size.
The top isn't quite as smooth. It's a bit
Right.
bumpier on top.
I think it is supposed to be marshmallow inside, actually.
Yeah.
Because it's not whipped cream, that's for damn sure.
It's kind of chewy. And the
Yeah.
marshmallow tastes kind of weird.
It's almost like
How old are these?
coconutty or something.
Yeah, this tastes stale as shit.
Oh, these expired December 2019. Whoopsie.
well,
I don't even notice a staleness to it. Like
Nah.
everything seems to be not stale to me. I think that's just how it
Does
is.
this have coconut in it?
I know it tastes like coconut.
yeah, there's some weird thing in here.
It's got like a It does have coconut. It does. I was gonna say, I taste that coconut like consistency. It's halfway down the ingredients list.
No, I could taste it immediately, and it's just a little bit on top. I think that's why the top's bumpy.
That's such a weird thing for
I
to
know.
be in here. Isn't that like people are allergic to coconut?
Are they?
I don't know. Probably.
Whew. All right, Chad. What do you think of Mallow Cup, the first cup?
Ooh. Well, as Mallow Cup is to Reese's Cup, is how Hydrox is to Oreo. In that just because you are first to market doesn't mean you know what the fuck you're doing. And often the successor comes along and just beats the shit out of you in every possible way. This thing is bad. It's very bad. I mean, I don't actually think it tastes stale, even though it expired like 4 months ago or whatever. But it's not good. That's for damn sure. The consistency on the inside is really strange. That little bit of coconut is off-putting. Not even just the flavor. It just makes the consistency weird. The chocolate is bad. It is bad chocolate. I think I'm going to go hate that. It's not like a super strong hate that, but I didn't even want to take a second bite. So I'm going to have to go hate that for this thing.
Ooh. I disagree with your analogy that Mallow Cup is to Reese's Cup like Hydrox is to Oreo, because I think Mallow Cup is to Reese's Cup like a turd is to a Oreo. No, it is not good. I think if they just put marshmallow inside a chocolate, it would have been a little better. Like when over the holidays when you get a marshmallow Santa or something like that, those aren't great, but they're perfectly edible. Where this is not.
Sure.
I don't taste marshmallow in flavor. I only taste it in consistency, and it's not even like a pleasant sort of marshmallow texture. So, um, you know what? I don't want to. I have basically half of it here, crumbled up. I'm pushing it away from me. I also hate this thing. That's 2 hates on the Mallow Cup. I was gonna go dislike, but it's just missing on so many levels.
It's bad.
Geiger, what do you think?
All right. 2 very vivid descriptions of it tastes like a turd, and it it is resembling something that's gotten the shit beat out of it. So it resembles like a bunch of Italian men's penises right now. Just getting the shit beat out of it right now. There we go. How's that? Yeah, this is bad. It's I don't mind coconut. I don't mind it as a flavor. I think it's ridiculous that nowhere on the package other than the ingredients does it indicate there's coconut in it. A, you could be allergic. B,
Right.
a lot of people just don't like coconut. And it's not like it's a noticeable taste. of coconut. So it's bizarre
Yeah.
that they wouldn't advertise that. It's also not a marshmallow. It's like this chewy, rubbery inside that doesn't taste like. I mean, I know it's not gonna be a fresh Stay Puft Marshmallow in there, but it just doesn't taste good. The marshmallow has a weird aftertaste. The chocolate's shitty. Everything about this sucks. Send this thing. It is a flaming bag of dog shit. It is. I hate
Nice.
that. This is bad.
Unbelievable. I
Ooh,
wouldn't have called that one either. I thought Mallow
me
Cup
neither.
was going to actually put up a fight.
Yeah.
I like marshmallow filled
Disgrace.
like those candies you talked about. I like those quite a bit. This is bad. And I also this is probably our first app in a long time where we're like agreeing on everything heading into the final snack. It's kind of strange.
I would guarantee we have not had a show with full agreement on it. I'd be surprised if we even had a show with 2 full agreements out of
Yeah.
3. So
I think we've had one,
I
and
think
then like pretty early on.
I think discussing it guarantees this third one. Like I got to see like we're heading into it and find Chad's just like, well, I don't want to do that, so I love it. Like it's just like some piece of shit.
I mean, the last thing that we're going to try, spoiler, is a milk chocolate peanut butter cup. So
Oh boy.
so
Here
buckle
we go.
in, but we'll
This could go anyway.
No,
Could
it
go
won't.
anyway.
It'll go one way.
first we
It'll
got a
go.
segment.
I can look at the picture. I see it doesn't even have ridges. It's gonna. I can already hear it. You know, the taste was good. It's really well made, but the ridges really give it a distinctive quality. I just have to downgrade it. I hate that.
Chad, would you take the free subscription to Pornhub or Cup Hub?
It's just a bunch of pictures of like cups going by on a conveyor belt with like sexy music in the background. I saw another one that was also giving free premium subscriptions that was for like a Japanese company
Oh,
or
yeah.
something. It was called Soft on Demand. And I'm just like, that just doesn't seem like a great name for an adult.
Maybe it's like Japanese. It's like a bad translation. Like it was supposed to mean hard or something.
Or maybe you were hard and now you demanded to be soft by natural
Do
consequences.
you want the
of-
hottest erotica that will instantly make you soft? Wait, huh? Wait, what? Is this right? Is this ad copy correct? I don't. Yeah.
and you turn it on and it's just a bunch of cups going by on a conveyor belt. And then I'm like, I didn't get soft. I want my money back.
I got even harder. What's going on?
We have thousands of sexy women to make you limp as shit.
All right, what's our segment, Chad?
All right. So I got that seggy ready for you guys. You ready for that seggy?
No.
What the fuck just happened?
All right. So since this is a cup showdown, I thought it would be appropriate for us to finally, at long last, do a Mount Cupmore. A's, B's, C's, double D's. No, I'm just kidding. We are going to do a cup quiz. So here's how the cup quiz is going to work. I have put together 9 movies. Okay? Each of these movies, somewhere in their title, has the word for a beverage containing device in it, such as a cup.
What the
or
fuck
similar.
does that mean?
Okay?
Uh-huh.
So a cup or similar. So for example, there was a 1954 movie that is not included in this quiz called The Silver Chalice.
Thank God for that.
Chalice is another name for a cup.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, here's how this is going to work. You guys are both going to get the questions. So, there's 3 layers to each question. First, I will tell you the year the movie was released, the subject, and the genre. And then if you think you know it, say the word cup. And then you get a chance to guess. If you get it on that first round, it's 3 points. Then the second round, I will tell you who the main star of the movie is. And then the third round, I will give you the IMDb summary. Okay?
All right.
So these are going to get increasingly harder.
Do we know these? Do you think we know these?
Yeah, you should know probably all these movies.
Okay.
Star Wars Revenge of the Cup. Got it.
All right, here we go. First one, say cup if you want to guess. All right.
Debbie does cup.
The first one is released in 1996. The subject is sports. The genre is comedy/drama/romance.
Cup.
Yeah.
Tin cup.
You got it.
The golf movie.
It was Tin
I
Cup.
was gonna buzz in earlier. I should have done. I was gonna say Tin Cup before the quiz started because I knew the only thing I could think of.
I also was thinking of a movie with cup. That's the only one I can think of. So I was like, this better be about sports.
All right. Well, star was Kevin Costner. Summary: washed up golf pro working to drive. Oh, who cares? All right. Next one. This movie was released in 2005. The subject is magic. The genre adventure / family / fantasy.
Oh. I think I have it. Novak, I'll let you guess if you want.
Sensei Cup. No, I don't know.
Okay, cup. The problem is I don't know the exact term. It's
Mm.
Harry Potter movie about something about a goblet, but I don't know the fucking name of the movie. The Sorcerer's Goblet.
right.
Fucking Goblet of Fire. I don't know, something. Okay.
You got it. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you that.
I didn't need to. I shouldn't have guessed twice. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Do
Moving on. Number 3. Released in 1975. The subject is medieval times and the genre is comedy.
Cup.
Yes.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Nailed it. 3 points for
that.
Novak.
Yeah.
All right. Now I think this is where they start getting a lot harder.
All right.
All right. This one was
Great.
released in 2015.
We're thrilled.
Subject is romance. The genre, drama.
Nope.
Just go to the next one. The star, Christian Bale.
Oh. Fuck.
Shall I give you the IMDb summary?
I think I know it. I should say cup, right? All right, cup. I didn't
Yeah.
see it. It's something like Knight of Cups or something, right?
Yeah, that's it. Knight of Cups. You
Man.
got it.
Oh, I never even heard of that. What is that?
It's a writer indulging in all that Los Angeles and Vegas has to offer, undertakes a search for love and self via a series of adventures with 6 different women. Sounds boring as shit.
How's that a Knight of Cups?
There was a time in my life when I had seen every movie there was. Like, I was very much a movie person. That time was stopped when my children were born, and I ceased to see a movie for a full decade.
See, I still put them all on my Netflix. Like, oh, I'm gonna watch that, and I'm gonna watch that, and then my Netflix is like 800 movies deep, and I haven't watched a single fucking
Don't
one.
you still get like DVDs delivered to you? You're the last fucking
'cause
guy
I
in the
don't-
country
like,
getting
there's
that. Still.
there's certain movies and TV shows you can't get streaming unless you buy 8 different packages. That way, I don't have to do that.
Cool.
Most of them you can get on Pornhub though.
Well, I was gonna look at a Cupflix, but they didn't have a good deal.
Yeah, they do have Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire on Pornhub, but it is a very different version. Director's cut, I guess. I don't know.
The cock goblet of
All right. Now it's going to get perhaps a little tricky, shall we say. Number 5. Released 2016. Subject fairy tales. Genre adventure / family / fantasy. All right. Move on. The star, Johnny Depp.
Nope.
All right. This should give it away here with the IMDb summary. Alice returns to the whimsical world of Wonderland and travels back in time to help the Mad Hatter.
Cup.
Yeah.
Oh shit. It was like, is there what's a cup in the title of that though?
Yeah, I don't understand. So it must be a sequel
Through the
to...
Looking Glass. Alice
God.
Through the Looking Glass.
That's it.
Oh.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Through the Looking Glass. Ugh. All right.
What?
Thanks.
Because a glass is a cup.
No, we got that. We didn't know why you said it that way.
I told you you'd get
glass.
tricky, like it was a trick question. Only gonna get harder. All right, here we go. Next one, number 6, released in 2019. The subject is superheroes. Genre, drama, sci-fi, thriller.
Superhero movies were cup.
The star, Bruce Willis.
Oh, cup.
Yeah.
Glass.
Oh shit. Yeah. Fuck.
Glass. All right, 2 points for Novak. All right. Number
Aquaman? Like,
All right.
Cupperman.
Number 7. Released in 1974. Subject is monsters. Genre comedy. You guys are going to be super pissed at this one, I think.
Can't wait.
The star, Gene Wilder.
Oh, Cup.
Yeah.
Young Frankenstein, as in beer stein.
Ow! In my head, I literally said Young Frankenstein. I'm like, but there's nothing. Oh, shit. Well done.
That's it.
See, now you're
Nailed
killing
it.
me.
Well done. All right. No, actually, it is tied up 8
Oh.
to 8 right now.
So I'm getting the 2 pointers and not the one.
With
Yeah.
2 questions to go.
All right.
So it's anybody's game. All right. Number 8. Here we go. Released in 1995. Subject, childhood fantasy. Genre, drama slash family.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
The star, somebody named Lightfoot. Shrug.
What?
Oh shit!
I'll just get... Should I give you the summary?
Geiger, you know this?
Hold on, no. Cub,
Yeah.
the Indian in the cupboard.
Oh, nice.
I knew it had to be an Indian, Native American, I should say, named
Yeah.
Lightfoot.
Problematic name now, but
Sorry, yeah.
Excuse me.
I didn't
the
name the
Native
movie my
American in the
boss.
cupboard.
All right, the score with 1 to go is Geiger 10, Novak 8. Here is your
All
final
right, I got to get this on the first
final
guess.
question, and if you get it though, I do have a little tiebreaker I can give you.
Okay.
All right. Number 9, released in 2007. The subject, hunger. The genre, romance.
Hunger? The subject is hunger?
And it's a romantic movie.
Mm-hmm. Very romantic.
Hunger's not a movie subject. What-
The old subject of hunger.
Would you like the star?
Yeah.
The star is a woman named Carla.
This gonna be some fucking French documentary or something.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the IMDb summary. Novak, if you get it, it's worth 2 points for you, so we have a tie.
All right.
Okay, here's the summary. 2 women embark on the adventure of a lifetime as they share the contents of a single beverage container.
Cup.
Yeah.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Yes!
Hunger.
That's how that was described on IMDb as a single
No, and then it's not on IMDb.
Oh,
I
okay.
made that up.
single beverage container. Wait, so one of the women from that is named Carla though?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Oh my
some fine
god.
Italian
great.
cinema right there.
So my tiebreaker, you both just think of a number independently. Let me know when you have it, which is, what year did H.B. Reese invent the Reese's Cup?
Totally involving movies.
Oh
Yep.
man. I was all excited from 2 girls, 1 cup, and now I'm soft on demand after this.
So wait, Novak, were you saying that as a joke, or did you know that Carla started in it?
No, well, I didn't know it from until you started to do the description. You know, 2 girls were eating shit.
No, they shared the contents of a beverage container.
A single beverage container.
Yes, I know Carla. Jeez, Geiger.
Who doesn't know Carla? Famous from such things as 2 girls, 1 cup, 3 girls, 1 cup.
Bukkake cup.
Look at the size of this cup. There's 5 girls.
Okay, what year was
All the
the Reese's
sequels.
cup invented?
Yeah. According to Wikipedia.
I'll say, since I technically didn't win, I'll go first, Geiger. Then we'll give you a chance to go above or below.
okay.
I'm gonna say 1963.
I will say. No, wait. Oh, shit, because you know when the Mallo Cups were created.
Yeah.
You
Well, I said
mentioned
in the intro that it was invented in the 30s, which is the reason I picked
Okay.
the later date.
Oh, we got plenty. Okay, space then. Fuck. I am gonna say.
Unless
I'll
their
go a little
website's just full of
later.
shit.
You looked that up on IMDb, right?
Geiger, is it sooner or later than whatever year Novak said?
I was just gonna
1966.
say, yeah, this is actually an applicable usage of that. I will say sooner. I'll go with like 1958 or something.
Okay, so let me let you guys know H.B. Reese died in 1956. Um, so Geiger
Yeah.
wins. Now, this is interesting because according to Wikipedia, he invented it in 1928, which would be before this Mallow Cup year. Although his first version was not actually
Wow.
in cup form, it was just a chocolate covered peanut butter in like sort of just a glob. So maybe that's what it was, and then later he put it in a cup. I don't know.
It was globs.
His
Wow.
son like inherited the company. He was like, "This is a piece of shit. We'll just put it in the cup."
So there you go.
All right.
That's our Segi cup quiz.
Well contested. Don't ever say that again.
We've got one cup left. It's the Joe's Candies Milk Chocolate Peanut Butter Cup. Chad, where'd you get this thing?
So this we found at a very fancy artisanal grocery store up in Yountville, California, which we were at for the holidays this year. And it's just one of those places where like everything there is like just super fancy cheeses and and so they had these and they're like $3 for a pair of peanut butter cups. So I'm like, all right, this is a gots to try situation.
Now, what we have on the side, which we had a lot in the early days, but haven't had a ton recently, is a story.
Ooh.
It says in 1946, Grandma Joe began handcrafting confections from her home kitchen in Manhattan Beach, California, and the rest is sweet history. Over 70 years later, the Joe's Candies family continues to craft gourmet chocolates and fine confections with a singular passion to bring a smile, a little comfort, and a moment of happiness with every bite. So it has been around for a long time. She's not trying to one up Mallow and Reese by saying she had a cup even earlier than they did.
Package hard as shit to open. Oh, there we go.
It looks almost when you're holding it like a chocolate covered Oreo or something. It's not
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
in your standard cup form.
There's little bits of peanut inside it, along with the peanut butter.
Hmm. So it's like a lighter peanut butter, almost whitish in color on the inside.
Yeah.
I would say it's not quite as creamy. I don't think maybe it's the chunks of peanut butter that's making it not quite as creamy, but I think it's a little more of a powdery
The color is
peanut
interesting
butter as
because
well.
on the front that picture, the color is very orange. I would say. I mean, I don't. It doesn't really matter too much if the flavor's good, but
It's also very sweet.
yeah.
Not gonna beat around the bush here. I'm disappointed by it. I had really high expectations looking at the package. The picture on front looks great. The description sounds amazing. The peanut butter is not peanut buttery enough. It's like you said, you described it as a light. I don't know if you just meant color, but it almost tastes like light peanut butter too. Like I'm eating some like I know it's clearly not reduced fat, but it has that kind of taste like it's missing an overwhelming shot of peanut butter flavor.
Yeah.
Yep.
The chocolate, the ratio is not right. I'm not sure what it is about it either. Um, the chocolate just doesn't have. I don't know. I can't describe it, but I don't know. There's something about that. Maybe you guys can hit on it better than I can because I can't place it. But for me, because of the disappointment and not really wanting to keep going to eat it much, I'm going to downgrade it a little. It's not bad tasting, just not great. I'm going to give it an indifferent to dat. And Geiger, what do you think?
Novak, you just got done saying what needed to be said. I think I echo almost everything that you just said. When I said it was too sweet, I think that hopefully it gave people an indication of what I was going to say afterward because I just don't, especially with peanut butter cups and with peanut butter things. I like peanut butter because it's salty, and this was way too sweet. There was no real distinction for me between the peanut butter and the chocolate. It was also the ratio was off. I felt like it's too much peanut butter as opposed to too little chocolate. Even though it was coated all the way around in chocolate, I still felt like chocolate was kind of a thin, like the peanut butter dominated, and it was just too sweet. I don't mind the chunks of peanut in it; that was fine. But to me, it doesn't really taste like peanut butter. It just tasted like a sweet candy, and I thought it was going to be better than it was. I'd rather eat the than sunflower seed one than this. So I will
Sunflower.
give this an indifferent as well. Like you said, it's not bad tasting. It's a fine piece of candy, but we've seen better and we saw it better tonight, in my opinion. So I'm giving it an indifferent.
We are on the precipice of
Yeah.
history. And that I'm saying that we have had 8 straight ratings that have aligned with people before us. So
Yeah.
we had 3 likes on the sunflower,
Yep.
3 hates on the mallow.
Yep.
Now we have 2 indifference. Now,
Yep.
Chad
Your
is
Knight of Cups,
standing.
Chad.
You can be on the right or wrong side of history here. It is your choice and your choice alone. So, what do you think?
Well, we are 3 boys with 9 cups here. And as Geiger said before, I can't agree with you guys. Love Dad. No, I'm just kidding. I think
I would really question you if you love this. I'd be very confused.
I think we have history. This really disappointed me. I'm not gonna lie. I saw this in the store and I bought it because I really thought this legit had a chance to get 3 Love Dats from us. It looks
Right.
perfect on the package. It looks like almost a perfect Reese's cup. Or not, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Peanut butter cup.
this candy by another company looked like a perfect Reese's cup.
Like it looks like if you were gonna say make an artisanal Reese's cup, like this is kind of what you'd imagine, right? Like complete with the 3 times price tag or
Yes.
whatever.
It looks great on the package. It really does.
Yeah, but it's not.
It looks really good.
Just it's not creamy enough throughout. The chocolate, the peanut butter, it's missing that sort of cream. It is a little too sweet. It's not salty enough on the inside. It's the ratio is off, as you guys said. You really, really said what needed to be said. So I have to agree with you guys. Indifferent to that. I wanted to give it a like that. I was starting with that, but then as I continued to eat the cup, I'm like, no, this is worse than the sunflower cup. I have to downgrade it.
Wow.
And the fact that this is $3 boggles my mind. Like for this, not like I maybe we're making it sound like it's terrible. It's not terrible, but it's not worth $3.
Right. I mean, it's no Mallo Cup, that's for sure.
3.
Right.
That's a lazy electioneer. Thank you guys for what you do to your bodies. We've had the 3 cups and all full alignment at a time when the world needs to come together. We have come together.
Yeah.
And inspired.
We've set an example for the world by all saying, nah, this cup's okay.
It's ironic. On a night that we come together, all of Italy is also coming together to free porn.
You know what else looks great on the package? Is 2 girls, 1 cup. Because it is.
It does?
Does it? I'm
You
not
just
sure
see
it does.
2 beautiful girls, and that's it. But then when you get inside of it, it's just a little too sweet for me.
No.
I like something a little.
I remember reading the back of
Little
the
rounder.
2 girls, 1 cup package, and it said, "Watch 2 beautiful girls tastefully share out of the same beverage container." I'm like, oh, like they're gonna drink a milkshake together, maybe a coffee. That's not what happened, guys.
Then you didn't even read. You had to read halfway down the box to find out there was coconut in it too.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck?
yeah. And then in the ingredients is a coconut sloppy shit. I was like, no. Damn it. I wish I had thought about this first.
I would say, unlike Joe's peanut butter cups with 2 girls, 1 cup, creaminess not the problem. So, you know, a little too creamy, some might say.
Not very sweet either, I don't think.
Too much chocolate.
The ratio is off. There wasn't nearly enough peanut butter in there. It was all chocolate.
What are we talking
100% chocolate in that cup.
Geiger.
Yeah.
People have a lot of spare time right now, so they're gonna want to contact us,
Mhm.
send us emails.
Yeah,
where
I
should they
mean,
do that?
if you need just a break from all the constant whacking from all your free porn subscriptions
or diddling
or diddling,
for all our
I'm
female
not judging.
listeners.
especially our Italian listeners. If you're tired of playing with your spicy meatballs, you can come. That's really all I know that Italian people say. Is that all? They say more than that, probably.
They also say it's a me, Mario.
It's a me. It's a me, pornio. Or if they're tired of singing when the moon hits your eye, isn't that your national anthem, right? Uh, very culturally aware as I always am. You can reach out to us at youtrydat@gmail.com. We are on Twitter, hashtag You Tried Dat. We have a Facebook group, You Tried Dat. We're on YouTube and Instagram and other sites where you can download your podcasts. And it would be great if you could drop us a line, tell us what you think, make suggestions for future episodes. And as always, if you like us, leave us a rating and a comment wherever you download your podcast.
Okay. I'm going to set up a joke, and then it's a callback to something we've talked about already. Now we'll see who can get the punchline
Okay.
of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll put up
Great.
a picture of the three of us on Twitter, and we're gonna caption it "what," which is a callback to something we talked about today.
The package looked really good, but it was disappointing once you tried
Quarts of seed.
Chords of C. That was exactly
Here's 3 men representing quarts of jizz.
the correct answer is soft on demand.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, how do you guys spend a lockdown, quarantined afternoon? What's your activity of choice?
Well, my daughter recently started walking, so she's taken a couple steps. So mostly just been trying to make sure she doesn't fall and smash her face into stuff. Um, and ordering takeout food. So there you go.
Where have you been ordering from? Do you have a go to?
We ordered someplace today in San Francisco called Sunday Gather, and got a delicious smash burger where they made the bun instead of like a regular hamburger bun. It was 4 Hawaiian rolls that were like still attached to each other, sliced open in the middle. That was delicious.
Ah, that Hawaiian burger joint. Okay. Geiger, what do you like to do?
um, Sadly, it doesn't change my routines all that much. I think I just watch TV and play video games. Hang out with my kids. We've been playing some board games lately. We played Ticket to Ride tonight, and I've been playing Clue with my family as well. That's really fun when half my family doesn't know how to play, and you go through all the rounds, and every possible thing is crossed on your sheet. Then you go, okay, well, who showed me the wrong cards? So yeah, it's been fun. Yeah, just like, and I'm also working throughout the whole thing,
Right.
so my day is pretty much the same as if I'm working from home. So, now that, how about you?
Yeah, kids are home, so just a lot of trying to get outside when we can, doing a lot of reading, and I don't know, just looking to the news pretty regularly. So hopefully, we were able to be a nice distraction for everyone today, and that everyone is keeping safe and taking care of the people around you. But we'll be back to continue to try to make you laugh next week. We'll be trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces.
Yep.
Yup or cup.
Oh, fuck.
Put the bunny back in the box. I said, put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?